right, here is the former undisputed UFC welterweight champion and still one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, the Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman. What do you think his approach is going to be here tonight? Because we love the jab, the striking has evolved, but we all know what his bread and butter is.
Well, his bread and butter is his wrestling. I think the only thing I can point to is that he lost the first fight of his career. Then he went on that tremendous run to become the welterweight champion and widely regarded the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. That was his bounce back. Tonight he has to do that again. He's got to go back to that mindset that allowed for him as a young fighter to tie George St. Pierre's record for most wins in the welterweight division. That starts tonight. And ultimately, he's hoping that leads to another reign atop the welterweight division.
And there have been rumblings about some injuries, maybe a knee, his hand. He says he's healthy. We'll see how it goes for Kamaru Usman getting back on the proving ground here tonight. The Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman, steps inside the octagon. He looks ready to go. I will see how it goes for this decorated kickboxer. Nice to see him cross over into the UFC, and a lot of people feel like if he can get on sort of an Alex Pineda type trajectory in terms of the work ethic and the approach, could be a future world champion.
Well, he looks like it. He seems to have all the skills, and he says the right thing. We were talking to him the other day. He spoke about all the time they're spending in the gym working on the wrestling, because he knows that the kickboxing is embedded in him. He has done it so long, he can do it on cruise control. But the wrestling has improved. And he said because his wrestling's improved, guys are going to have to stand with him. And when they have to stand, he said the lights will be shut off. I cannot wait to see him.
Dude's got power everywhere, and that's why a lot of these fans have traveled far and wide to see him compete live here tonight. Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare, Usman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Joaquin Buckley.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, early round action here. Kamaru Usman's wrestling is next level. His MMA wrestling, super functional. But he believes that the jab is going to be the key here tonight. Obviously, he has gone to great lengths to develop that under Trevor Whitman. And he felt like he might actually be able to win this fight without securing a single takedown. We shall see.
He's so committed to body punching.
And they separate. Solid punch by him there. All right, so there's the takedown from Kamaru Usman. We know he has fallen in love with his jab at his hands a little bit, but back to his bread and butter early in this one.
Well, that's his roots, right? For as good as he is in the stand-up, for as powerful as the jab is, it's always going to be the wrestling of Kamaru Usman that's going to lead the day. Whether it's offensive or defensive, Kamaru Usman will wrestle if he ever wants to be the champion. Big ground and pound.
Grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your legs able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
We have crossed the midpoint here in our opening round.
Great ground and pound by this man. Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Usman's in half guard.
Oh, right into mount.
Nice positional control here. Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots. Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. Well, eventually he's going to try to get up, but he's moving his head pretty well here to avoid damage on the ground.
You don't want to be comfortable on your back. When you're taken down, you got to make sure you're active, and that's exactly what he's doing.
All right, so the big storyline in this one, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. The wrestling's on point and the ground and pound going on as well.
You know, these skills are what allowed for Kamaru Usman to become the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He is a tremendous wrestler, incredibly strong, and you are seeing all that happen in the octagon right now. He is on point.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Well, that combination's going to leave a mark. You see him getting top position, standing over his opponent, and delivering the ground strike. Nice job by Usman. So we cross the 30-second mark in our opening round. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Kamaru Usman.
This is a terrible position.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Usman's in half guard. What a strike from off of his back. Oh, he got saved by the bell there. He was getting absolutely starched on the ground, grounded and pounded. Thankfully, the horn came at a good time. You see, gingerly, he gets back to his feet. He'll go back to the stool now for 60 seconds. Now the onus is on his corner to try to keep him in the fight. All right, so the takedown's the big storyline in that previous round. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and got to be pretty discouraging to get grounded that many times in one round.
Oh, it's so discouraging because all you want to do is let your offense go, but every time you're getting dragged to the floor constantly, you're starting to get fatigued. He's starting to wear on you. Let's see what type of effect it takes on his offensive approach as the next round starts.
Good. Round 2 underway. Lands a nice jab there. A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight, he may just be the toughest welterweight in the world because he went through the fire in order to retain that title.
Usman's back in half guard. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Usman's in half guard now. Oh, damage done. Bleeding from his cheek now. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
Oh, man, what a strike from the bottom. Getting him out here.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
Just over 3 minutes to go now. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Oh, now looking to posture up, and he lands a big head strike. Nicely done there by Usman.
That was nice. He should be trying to get back to his feet.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Kamaru Usman. Well, the cut man's getting excited, but nobody else is. That cut's getting worse by the minute.
Every time he gets hit there, it gets a little bit messier.
Nice strike from the bottom fighter there.
Gotta watch his neck.
Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
All right, so he lets go of the submission now.
He let go because he saw that he was going to lose his position. You got to maintain dominant position when you're in a fight.
So 2 minutes to go here in our second round. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Usman ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count.
There it is. Now he's running him out. Oh.
Oh, he's got his back. The ground strikes starting to pile up.
Like that.
Well, he's no stranger to being in this position. Strong work from the top here by Usman. Well, the fighter's going to have to address this offense coming his way. He's getting really bloody around that eye.
Yeah, now it's just become a big target because his opponent is just seeing the blood and he's just going after it. He has got to move his head before the strike starts coming in his direction.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up. Great defense by the defensive fighter.
45 seconds remain in the round. Usman's right back to the full mount here. Lands the ground and pound strike here.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Takes his back now. Well, this is not football. Targeting is legal, and he is going at that cut, which is getting worse with every passing ground strike.
Striking from every position lands a strike from the bottom.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman. 10 minutes in the books.
Stop.
Oh, well, that cut on his eye is only getting worse by the minute. He makes his way back to the stool, albeit gingerly. We'll see what the cut man can do to keep him in this fight.
A lot of blood. We can't go much longer with a cut like this. We need a finish, and we need...
All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway.
Fast leg kick lands.
Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
Oh, nice kick. Taken down here by Usman. Bro, that cut is so bad. Like, can't the referee stop the fight right now?
Somebody needs to stop it, because he won't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the beauty in the fighter. He will not quit. Sometimes you got to go in there and tell him, hey, man, there's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to happen today. Massive shot from the top.
And there it is. Another strike gets through on the ground. Relentless pressure from the top by Kamaru Usman.
Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
I can see the ringside position starting to get up because that cut has gotten to a very bad place.
All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Stay relaxed. Breathe.
This is where he wants to be.
Look for that hammer fist.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. Big elbow there lands. Good, solid strike on the ground. Another ground and pound strike lands. Wow, this is getting hard to watch.
Oh, he's attacking choke now.
Oh, he's got it locked in.
He's got that arm triangle deep.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth. If submission defense wins this transition.
And that left hook landed on the button. Huge connection there.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement. Perfect position. They're going at it here. Huge shots landed on both sides.
Feels like the beginning of the end.
What a fight!
Oh, great block there. Oh, nice job defensively to get the hands up and avoid further damage there in and around that cut. Now some uppercuts. All right, the referee has stepped in here as expected. He is going to call in the doctor to look at what is a pretty significant cut that he's dealing with.
It's a mess. It's completely a mess, and I'd be very surprised if this fight continues.
Yeah, that's going to do it. Fans don't like it. An unfortunate ending to a great fight, but you had to do it.
He's disappointed. But, I mean, he got beat up, lived to fight another day. I think the official saved him.
All right, the official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight. Declaring the winner by TKO, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. We'll shorten it. Congrats, Kamaru. Big effort out of him tonight.
Big effort, and it's become the norm. Every time he steps in the octagon, you know that he's going to give you